Hi, my name is Nico Mangbini. Today I would like to give a critical reflections based on what I've done during my professional experience placements at Mind James Early Learning. Completing my placements at early childhood setting for 2 till 5 years old was a life-altering experience that still continued to build on my learning of the principal practices pedagogical of the earlier learning framework. It opened my eyes to intricacy and worth of early childhood educations, seeing firsthand the words of deliberate teaching, relationship building, and a child-centered learning. I also appreciated the value of building a respectful relationship and supporting child-initiated learning, which honors each child's voice, interest, and individuality. It's highlighted the value of intentional teaching, where teachers can plan intentionalities to stretch children's learning. This practice valued in me to the complexity of children's development, well-being, and lifelong learning. I noted that children who felt more respected and then secure um, in communicating and playing with others and exploring their world. One of the strongest revelations I had was that of the necessity of respectful, safe, and mutual relationship. To establish this relationship, I had to listen attentively, respond to children's cues, and be continually supportive. The interactions were in line with the earlier learning framework. Principle of respect and care allowed me to keep developing a sense of belonging and well-being in the learning settings. Valuing and respecting children's diversity, for example, cultural background, bilingual children, and levels of development, made me reflect on the importance of on inclusive practice. I also came to better understanding of high expectations and equity by adapting learning experiences to meet individual needs, such as visual aids for nonverbal children or the scaffolding or activities for varied skills level. I promoted each child's right to an equal opportunity for learning. In practice, I consolidated the applications of intentional teaching approaches such as low interaction teaching strategies, acknowledging, modeling, facilitating, and positioning. Furthermore, with playful teaching strategies such as singing, storytelling, and the use of mediating teaching strategies such as relationship and interactions with children. A spontaneous play-based learning gave me revealing information on children's interests, and I learned to guide children's learning. During a nature walk, for example, I asked children to compare texture and color, linking to the experience of early science and language development. So there are 3 professional SMART goals that I will develop to reinforce my engagement in the next professional experience placement. Are the first one, observations and documentations. I will enhance my observation and documentation skills through the use of narratives methods such as anecdotal records, making a minimum of 3 observations a week in placement to inform planning. Meaningful observation and documentations inform intentional teaching and assessment for learning. By documenting children's interests and behaviors on a regular basis, I can plan experiences that assist in individual development. Practicing the skills improves my capacity to recognize learning opportunities and reflect on children's development. The second one is strengthening communications with children. I will prioritize making 2 quality one-to-one interactions with children daily to build respectful and nurturing trusting relationships. Through active listening and regular interactions, I can respond to each child's needs and interests, promoting confidence and emotional well-being and modeling positive communications and their ability to communicate clearly and assertively. And then the third one is a culturally responsive practice. I will integrate one Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander perspective or resource into my curriculum weekly and consider its effect. Honoring the incorporating First Nation cultures in practice renders children more knowledgeable and accepting of diverse encourages inclusivity. It enables reconciliations and the cultural competence of the educators to occur, and continual critical reflection ensure respectful engagement and purposeful inclusions as elaborations of the earlier learning framework principle of cultural responsiveness, a national quality standard, quality area 6. Thank you.